Let's see. So, how's it going? My name is Josh, the Ogre Woodford. Most people just call me Ogre. Um, I've never done anything like this. Something me and a buddy decided we were going to try and do. This is the 2J podcast. Usually I would have a co host, but unfortunately, work schedules right now are kind of messing with us. So I thought I'd just try and record something just to get off. We're going to be talking a lot about like the Supras and maybe talk about Supras in Vegas coming up. Um, Different types of builds. Hopefully, we'll be able to get some people on here to kind of interview and talk about their builds. Maybe see if I can't sucker Javier into coming in and talking about this year's Supras in Vegas. It'll be coming up here pretty soon. Um, 15th year anniversary. Can't wait. This will be my 10th year going straight. So, my co host usually would be Jared from We Ride. Most of our podcasts will probably go through the sites that he has set up, but I just kind of wanted to do like a little intro thing for it. Um, I own a Mark III Supra with a 1J single turbo. It's a white 86.5 target top, gray interior. It's a fun car. Having some issues with it. Can't seem to get the power steering done. Um, it's been we're on our third power steering pump. Having to get the hoses and everything all situated because the hose was collapsing. So it's been a work in progress, uh, especially with the single turbo transferring from the twins. It was a lot easier with the twins. It was pretty well stock with just some minor upgrades when I had the twins on it, and I was running my blue 87 hardtop. But thanks to California smog regulations, that kind of went out the window. But all in all, I just wanted to start this talk about the community. There's a lot of great people in this community. There's a lot of people that I know personally, have contributed a lot to this community, and so as you can see in the background, I have all my Civ shirts, all my Supra Hot Wheels. Pretty much every single Hot Wheel you see up there is one make or model of a Supra, whether it be a Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, Mark V. Um, this is just kind of a tad bit. I got into the community by accident. I was in college and I was working on getting my automotive technician certificates and auto body technician certificates. And a buddy of mine, we were supposed to actually do Volkswagens, but the guy ended up being a jerk and leaving me hanging with a bunch of credit card bills, and took off and opened up a shop with another friend. And I had another buddy of mine who had the blue Mark III in his backyard. And it was just pretty much in him. It looked like it was in the middle of a field, bunch of dogs scratching on it and playing around it. Had a 7M at that time, 7M GTE turbo. So he was like, well, hey, let's see if we can't fix it and we'll take it to Supras in Vegas. So that's what we did. Well, then, like right as we started the build, he him and his girlfriend ended up, she ended up pregnant, so he couldn't finish. He basically had to deal with that. Still a good friend, understood, hey, shit happens. Um, So he sold me the car outright. I literally paid $1,000 for 500 for the blue one, and then there was a parts car that I paid 500 for. Ended up meeting a good friend of mine, who, if you all know me, he pretty much comes to Vegas with me almost every year. He wasn't there last year, kind of missed him. But my buddy John, we actually met building the car in school. And he helped me every step of the way. We rebuilt the whole entire engine. We did all the body work. We repainted it. I put them old 80s style looking Porsche rims on it. So if you knew me back in 2016 when I first showed up with the car, it had some ugly looking Porsche rims on it. I ended up going with the exit. Ended up getting a pair of like Volk wannabes for the next year, and they were mismatched. The two front were a different set of rims than the two rear, but they looked better than those Porsche things. Ended up by my third year buying a set of XXRs that are still on the car to this day. Really enjoy those. But yeah, we built the car, rebuilt the whole entire engine. Didn't know squat about Supra engines or anything like that. Really didn't know a lot of people. So we rebuilt this whole thing, put a little bit bigger of a turbo on it. Kind of just did what we thought we could do, what we kind of knew. The one thing we didn't realize is that when you do a 7M and you decide that you are going to kind of build it a little bit, what you need to do is you need to upgrade the oil pump. For some reason, the 7M oil pump kind of doesn't feed enough oil to the engine. So we put all this money and built this car, took it out to Vegas, had a great time in 2016. Was supposed to sell it there so we could build another one, and it didn't kind of work out that way. I met a buddy of mine. His name, we call him Sean the Jew, because he could Jew you out of anything. He actually got me for an R154 transmission, because like I said, I didn't know nothing about the community, so I didn't know how much these transmissions were worth. He got it for me for $250. Now, those of you that kind of know this community and everything and know about these transmissions, knows it's about a $1,500 transmission that he got for $250. But on top of it, he got a front-facing intake manifold for a 1J for an extra $50. So he came to my house. I met him. He bought the transmission, bought the front-facing intake manifold, gave me $300. I got to finish my car and make it to Vegas. And then in Vegas, he proceeded to tell me how much they really were worth. Needless to say, he didn't pay the extra. No, but it's a funny story. One of my best friends now. He is the one that introduced me to everybody. He introduced me to Aaron from Drift Motion. He introduced me to Miguel, who actually ran Civ at the time. And he was the one that introduced me to Javier, who runs Civ now. I met some great people, George and Christina Plum. It was actually in 2016. George actually he arranged it to propose to Christina on our scenic drive. It was pretty awesome. And my buddy almost wrecked the car right in front of her because we hit some gravel and he wanted to show off. But it was meeting all these people and seeing how accepting they were of somebody like me who really didn't know anything about this community. like I said, a friend of mine gave me the car to try and sell it, and I got there, and like this community was like family. Like they were so close, and I mean, it was. I think we got there, and there was like 99 cars there that year. I think there might have been like 150 maybe at most, between 99 and 150, and just an awesome experience from the scenic drive to the track day to the show and shine and how they did the awards and stuff that I just never once put a for sale sign on the car. I couldn't. I had some new friends that I just enjoyed being around. When I got back to California, about 3 weeks after I got back from California, was racing around my college with a buddy of mine who had a non-turbo Mark III and blew up the engine. And then I ended up getting the 1J from Aaron with ECU, the everything done. Like pretty much it was like drop in ready. I got the 1J for like $2,000, which is unheard of now. I think they go for like 5 or 6 thousand now. How you can't get a 2J for like less than 10. And just watched how like the community after I blew up my car like just rallied. Everybody had some kind of parts. I mean, Sean and Jackie, they came over, helped me do a white pipe, bought pizza, sat all day and did the white pipe. And these are people I just barely met. I'd only met them like, but I mean that was the thing with this community. It just kind of like rallied around you, and if you had something, you need something. Like, I mean, heck, there's MK3 is life. You need a part for your car. That dude's got about anything for a Mark III. He'll beat you to a junkyard. You could see that car at the junkyard, and he'll be there before you. Don't know how he does it, but if you need anything, you can get it from him. He's pretty good about pricing too, but it was awesome, and I don't know, like I just never once thought about putting the for sale sign on. I enjoyed it. It was the first year they really did refills where we went ahead and walked down the strip to Caesar's Palace, getting drunk with everybody, just having a great time. So it was a lot of fun, and now I have the 1J. I decided to take the twins off. I put the single turbo on it. I have an AEM version 1, which Aaron told me that's basically just a electronic carburetor, and that I need to go to like the ECU black. When I get the money, I will be doing that, but that's a pretty penny, and I'm pretty poor. But this is just an intro video. I'm doing this without Jared today because I want to get it up and running, see how many people would actually like to see more about it, learn more about it. I think now with Civ and everything, with the Mark V coming out, that when it came out, we went from like 100 cars to like 90 cars to when COVID happened, it got a little less. And then when the Mark V came out, all of a sudden it just blew up. I think last year we had like, I think there was like 250 cars. You get your little, and it's been awesome. I mean, like I said, I wanted to do this podcast about Supras. I want to talk to you guys. I want to find out what kind of builds you guys have, what version you have, whether it be the Mark III or a Mark II. Heck, I mean, the Celica Supra is a champ. I mean, some of you guys still have 5M. We had a guy that put a V12 in one. It's just, yeah. So I decided I wanted to do this just so I could talk to talk to my people out there, and find out, about your guys' build, give you a platform so where you could brag about it. Hey, I got a Mark IV, got this big, huge turbo pushing 1,000 horsepower or something. Jared used to have a black one he called Clyde. Thing was gorgeous. 1,000 horsepower, 2J. Now he's building a 240. If you go to We Ride, the YouTube channel on We Ride, you can go look at it. It's I call it ogre green because I'm partial to that green. I want to take credit for that green that he decided to paint it, but I really didn't have no influence. But I tried. I'm going to take credit for it though, just because that's my color and he stole it. But yeah, so give me some feedback. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are interested in hearing more, hopefully we can get some more people in here. Maybe get some of the SoCal Supra guys over here, and maybe get Eddie over here to talk about why he does his Fast and the Furious replicas. He's got the replica of the orange one. He built from the ground up, did it that way. Maybe get my buddy Mo over here. He has a white MK4 that he's building a 2J4 right now. Got a pretty cool Tacoma too. My wife's partial to Tacomas. But yeah, give me some feedback, give me comments, let me know about your guys' build. Maybe once I figure out how to maybe like take some phone calls, or we could get on Discord or something, and we'll get you on here, talk about your builds, and get this thing running. I'm not doing this to try and make money. I'm just doing it because it's fun for me. I enjoy this community, and I want to spread the word about it and get more people as fired up about it that I am. So hit me up, leave some comments, see what you think, and tell me what you got. If you got an MK4, MK5, I like the MK5s. A lot of people are like, they're a BMW. Yeah, but that BMW is pretty quick. I rented one for my wife last year in Vegas. Even stocked it pretty quick. I like them. I kind of talked crap about them at first until I drove one, and I was like, okay, well, it grew on me. Now I'm kind of trying to get my FRS paid off, which is another little fun car. And I'm thinking about actually getting one. So go ahead, leave some comments, tell me what you think. I'm going to be doing this every other Tuesday. Well, I won't say every other Tuesday, because hopefully I'll be able to line up with Jared, and me and him could actually start getting it more dialed in, because he's way better at this than I am. This is my first attempt at it. So leave me some comments, tell me what you think. Let me know about your builds. And I will probably be talking to you in about 2 weeks. At one point I will be going live, but for right now I'm just kind of recording them and going from there. So hit me up, leave comments, tell me what you think. Let me know about your builds. I want to know everything. Size turbo, what transmission you're running. I know Jared's running the T56 from, I think it's from like a Corvette or something. It's a Chevy. He calls his car Frankenstein. Got a lot of parts from a lot of different types. 240 body, 2J engine, Chevy transmission, big ass brakes, cool color, love the color. But yeah, hit me up, leave some comments, let me know how I did. I'll talk to you guys in about 2 weeks.